Good morning, students. Dear students, today we are going to discuss about the importance of family. Importance of family. That means we are discussing about what is family life education and for whom is it intended. Initially, family life education was started informally as people's response to a felt need. Though informally, this education existed in society as part of social life. Ironically, family life education is a field which came into being as a result of public demand, although it still has to fight for public acceptance as a field of education. Some people still hold the idea that families are private and should not be intruded upon, while others maintain an independent stance, arguing that they do not need to learn how to be better parents, partners, or family members. They claim to know it all instinctively, but there is a positive change in attitude practically everywhere in the world, especially since the late 1970s. People are finding it a necessity due to a rapid social change that has occurred within various sections of the society. So, there is a need for equal participation from family and community to make it more effective. Before we discuss the broad objectives of family life education, we should know the operating principles of family life education. The operating principles of family life education has certain operational principles. Let us them one by one. First one is family life education is related to individuals in the families throughout the lifespan, both as individual and family. Second one is family life education should be based on the need of individuals in families. Third one is family life education is a multidisciplinary area of a study and practice. Fourth one is family life education takes an educational rather than therapeutic approach. And fifth one is family life education should present and respect different family values. Objectives of family life education. Family life education is concerned with assisting prospective candidates for learning the process of living in the family, continuing family life to the next generation, and sustaining the social, cultural, religious, and traditional practices and values. The major objectives of family life education are: first one is to develop knowledge regarding the concept of family, its roles and functions. Every individual, both young and old, should have proper knowledge and understanding of the concept of family, its roles and functions. This knowledge will help an individual to recognize the various tasks that need to be undertaken for the well being and maintenance of the family. Family life education aims at developing the ability to deal with family relationship and responsibility of family. Family life education helps in establishing and maintaining satisfying relationship with members of the family, with friends and with others whom they came into contact within the context of family life. Family life education aims at developing life skills to cope with different situations. Family life education develops the knowledge, values, and skills necessary for adult life, marriage, parenthood, and participation in the social life of a community. It also helps in communicating effectively with others and in making wise decisions about all matters related to family life, personal relationships, and dealing with various members of the community. And fourth one is family life education aims at helping in understanding and coping with changes in one's own life and change in the society. Family life education helps an individual to understand and cope with the changes in the adolescent life and cope with the society in which one lives. Changes in society are occurring all the time, and particularly the breaking down of traditional social structures and the changing role of men and women due to marriage, education, employment undertaken by women, and similar other transitions through which the present society is evolving. And fifth one is family life education aims at developing knowledge about physiological process in one's own body, especially the process of human conceptions and birth. It also creates an awareness regarding the consequences of adolescence, pregnancies and parenting, and of alternatives to pregnancies and contraceptions. Family life education seeks to create responsible and useful young citizens. The ultimate aim of family life education is to create responsible and productive young citizens by helping them to achieve the above mentioned objectives. The need for family life education. The need to impart family life education is very important. As a person passes through the period of adolescence to adulthood, one needs authenticate knowledge and that helps him to understand the process of growing up. It helps one to cope with the problems which one confronts during the transitional phases in one's life. This becomes even more important when the social curriculum does not include the important elements of reproductive health education, which should be taught during the periods of adolescence. Sex being a taboo, there is a lack of authenticate sources available to the adolescents through which they can get accurate and complete information. Such situation may create anxieties and confusions among adolescents about various aspects of the process of growing up. This may further lead to various myths and misconceptions which and adversely affect their attitude and behavior throughout their lives. Proper education can facilitate them to have positive attitude towards sex and inculcate responsible behavior. Reproductive and sexual health education is a major area of concern as the adolescents do not have adequate awareness and knowledge about the topic. Some of the studies show that the chances of contracting STIs, teenage pregnancy, and unsafe abortions are much higher among adolescents. In India, although traditional norms oppose premarital sex, some studies indicate a growing trend towards premarital sexual activities among adolescents. Premarital sex is common among several tribal groups. It is therefore very important to provide sexual health education so that the adolescents can develop a healthy attitude towards sex and sexuality. Humiliation, harassment, torture, and exploitation of women are as old as the history. Everyday newspaper highlights the growing incidences of sexual crimes which have become a matter of serious concern. Such situations demand educational interventions. Through family life education, young children can be made aware of the implication of sexual development in them. They can be taught how to they can channelize their minds into creative things as well as safeguard themselves against such inhuman incidents. The family is the center of the personal affection that enable and enrich human life. It ensures the care and education of children in a stable environment. Children learn moral values mainly within their families. However, due to urbanization, the traditional family values are deteriorating. In today's world, children are growing up with less and less empathy and less respect for their elders, law and order and civility. Children learn values primarily from their parents. Therefore, it becomes very essential to provide family life education for successful child rearing. Through family life education, knowledge, attitude, and skills of young people related to reproductive health and HIV, AIDS, etc., can be enhanced. It may help them to maintain or positively change their sexual behavior for preventing, more importantly, HIV or AIDS. Since there is no vaccine or cure available for HIV or AIDS, preventive education is the only means to promote behavioral changes which can prevent HIV infections. Adolescence is a transitional period during which adolescents develop their abilities experimenting with new types of behaviors. If they indulge in risky behaviors such as tobacco and alcohol consumptions, it can have bad impact on their health. It has been felt for quite some time that the family, which is the basic unit of the society, has been under stress. Rapid industrialization and urbanization, demographic and socio-economic changes, widespread migration, and poverty are weakening the institution of marriage. Family, as an agent of social learning, is sometimes constrained to perform its educational functions. Family life education, therefore, is needed to enable family members to cope with changing demands of different stages of family life and to ensure wholesome relationship among family members. Now, importance of family life education. The following reasons can be offered to indicate the importance of family life education in today's world. First one is expectations of marriage and family life are changing. When marriage was for economic security and husbands ruled the roost, the rules were more simple and straightforward. Expectations for affection were minimal, as were options outside marriage. Today, love, companionship, and equality are very important. Communication and problem solving skills have become even more valuable for happiness. And second one is terms of marriage and family are changing. At the turn of the century, the lifespan was shorter. Marriage revolved around parenting, and couples often drew on the network of family and friends for support. Today, with nuclear families being on the increase in our country, couples are expected to meet their own needs with minimal extended family support and coordinate adult growth and roles through 50 to 60 years. Life doesn't, and third one is life doesn't prepare most persons for new family roles. Couples face more demands and fewer supports, but few persons learn to be mature and be equal partners in families. Conflict resolution and problem skills are part of many job training and volunteer groups. Yet, couple communication remains sorely neglected. Traditional education prepares a person for 8 hours of his or her working life. A person is actually functioning as a member of a family with an assigned role for a much longer part of the day. What preparation does one receive for this formidable and important role? And fourth one is benefits of happy family life and adjustment. Research findings happy families have lower rates of illness, depression, and conflict in and outside their marriage. Well adjusted partners make easier transition to parenting and tend to be more supportive parents. For most persons, marital satisfaction is the best index of family satisfaction. Family satisfaction is the best prediction of well-being. And fifth one is consequences of marital breakdowns. Whether divorced or living under the same roof and being completely separated from each other emotionally, partners, their children, and their relatives experience emotional and financial stress which may have long-term effects. In particular, poverty, continued partner conflict, and isolation from old friends and family can limit the horizon of couples in stress and of their children. Most persons would choose to avoid families where there is no harmony or peace, or take advantages of these situations. And sixth one is benefits of family life education. Researchers have successfully shown the benefits of training programs in relation to increased couples skills and satisfactions for long-term and lowered marital conflict rates and reduced family violence rates. And seventh one is starting early prevents breakdowns. Couples who are aware of the principles of family dynamics, of problem solving methods, and of the support and skill resources become more aware and more capable of handling the challenges of family life. Proactive couples tend to avoid relationship treating crisis and enjoy the benefits of life together. The pandemic of HIV or AIDS, one of the salutary side effects, the otherwise disastrous pandemic of HIV or AIDS is that it helps us to turn our attention once again to the values of love, marital fidelity, etc., which are the bedrock of the institution of family. Though HIV spread is not only through unprotected sexual relations, it must be admitted that in a majority of cases, sexual contact is the main source of infection. Marital fidelity has thus the added advantages of also preventing a lot of infection. It is to be noted that is not HIV or AIDS pandemic that makes marital fidelity a value. It has been a value which was the basis of the institution called family. And now, in the context of HIV or AIDS, we get the motivation to reflect on this important value once again. Society is the name for a group of people who live together. A society is composed of many different types of organization and institutions, and family is one of them. In fact, the family is the primary unit which constitutes society. Family, community, and society are regarded as a special dynamic institution which interact among themselves. It is the society which decides the quality and types of family. It depends on the healthiness of the family to create a vibrant and progressive nations and society. Again, family consists of individual. So it is necessary to develop healthiness and proper understanding among each individual to make a family vibrant and progressive. So the individual is the basic entity in a family. Family, community, and society are dynamic in the sense that with the changes in outer world, the economics and history of these institutions are being constantly redefined and the boundaries are being constantly readjusted. A healthy society or community is one large cohesive family. Family is a microcosm of society or community possessing all the culture and civilization it has acquired. This can be best defined by the concentric diagram given below. That is the model. फर्स्ट वन इज इन हम जब इसको डायग्राम के रूप में देखेंगे तो सबसे पहले इंडिविजुअल है। यदि हम एक सर्कल में जो सबसे स्मॉल सर्कल के रूप में देखेंगे उसमें हम इंडिविजुअल को लेंगे। फिर आफ्टर दैट इंडिविजुअल से यानी कि बहुत सारे व्यक्तियों के मिलने से दो या दो से अधिक व्यक्तियों के मिलने से फैमिली बनता है। तो फिर जैसे मेल और फीमेल्स मिला करके हम अ, दो या दो से अधिक व्यक्तियों को मिलाएंगे फिर उससे बड़ा सर्कल फैमिली के रूप में लेंगे। फिर देन बहुत सारे फैमिलीज को मिलने के बाद वो कम्युनिटी का रूप लेता है। दैट मीन्स कि नेबरहुड की बात करते हैं, एक फैमिली और दूसरे फैमिली जो आसपास रहते हैं, तो उससे बड़ा सर्कल के रूप में हम कम्युनिटी को लेंगे। एंड देन फिर आफ्टर दैट वर्ल्ड कम्युनिटी को लेंगे कि उससे अब ये कम्युनिटी जब बहुत सारे कम्युनिटीज मिलते हैं तो वो वर्ल्ड कम्युनिटीज के फॉर्म में आते हैं। दैट मीन्स कि ये जो मॉडल है कंसेंट्रिक डायग्राम के रूप में जो इसको दिखाया जा सकता है, तो इस मॉडल को दिस मॉडल shows that individual in the cornerstone of the world community. That means the world community includes the community, community includes the family, and family includes the individual. This is because he or she is the essential constituent part of the family, neighborhood, community, society, nation, and world community at large. So, any change in the individual's attitude and behavior affects all these above institutions. Simultaneously, any change in the large institution like neighborhood, community, nation, and world community will affect the individual too. So, it is pertinent that roles of all these institutions are crucial as far as family life education is concerned. Each institution has to play specific roles to keep harmony among themselves and in the world community. तो इस तरीके से हम ये देखते हैं कि यदि एक व्यक्ति के एटीट्यूड में चेंजेस आते हैं, परिवर्तन आते हैं, उसका एटीट्यूड चेंज होता है, तो उस व्यक्ति से उस परिवार का एटीट्यूड चेंज होगा, और परिवार का एटीट्यूड चेंज होने से उसके नेबर्स और कम्युनिटी का एटीट्यूड चेंज होगा, और एक कम्युनिटी से फिर जो वर्ल्ड क्लास की हम बात करते हैं तो उसका एटीट्यूड चेंज होगा। इस संदर्भ में महात्मा गांधी ने भी कहा था कि यदि हम एक महिला को पढ़ाते हैं, शिक्षा देते हैं, तो हम पूरे परिवार को शिक्षा देते हैं। दैट मीन्स यह शिक्षा देने का मतलब क्या है कि एक महिला को शिक्षा देने का क्या मतलब है? तो यहाँ ये तात्पर्य है कि यदि हम एक महिला को शिक्षा देते हैं, क्योंकि बच्चों के लिए जो प्राइमरी पाठशाला है, वह उसका परिवार माना जाता है। तो यदि महिला शिक्षित होगी, तो वह अपने बच्चों को केयर करेगी। उसका जो एटीट्यूडनल चेंजेज है, वो चेंज होगा, उसमें परिवर्तन आएगा। उसके जो एटीट्यूड है, पर्सपेक्टिव्स है, उसकी जो सोच है, थिंकिंग है, उसमें चेंजेस आएगा। तो एक व्यक्ति के चेंज होने से उसके परिवार में चेंज होगा, उसके परिवार में चेंज होने से उसका समाज में चेंजेस होंगे, उसके समाज में चेंजेस आने से वो जिस गांव से जिस विलेज में रहते हैं उस विलेज में परिवर्तन आएगा। फिर उस विलेज से हम देश की बात कर सकते हैं, उस राज्य में, फिर उस राज्य से उस देश में, और फिर यह देश को देखकर हम जब एक देश दूसरे देश को देख करके अनुकरण करते हैं, तो फिर वो अन्य देशों में भी, दैट मीन्स कि ये पूरे वर्ल्ड कम्युनिटी की हम बात कर सकते हैं कि उसमें परिवर्तन आएगा। तो कहीं ना कहीं यह एक दूसरे को वायस वर्सा अफेक्ट करता है। इसीलिए जब हम परिवर्तन की बात करते हैं, एटीट्यूड चेंज करने की बात करते हैं, तो या तो बड़े लेवल पे भी चेंज कर सकते हैं। यदि बड़े लेवल पे चेंज करेंगे तो वो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव अप्रोच के रूप में ऊपर से नीचे की ओर आएगा। यदि हम ग्रास रूट की बात करते हैं तो नीचे से ऊपर की ओर जाएगा। तो किसी में भी परिवर्तन होने से वो कहीं ना कहीं हर एक के जो एटीट्यूड है उसमें परिवर्तन होगा। नाउ वी आर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट रोल ऑफ individual, family, and community in family life education. Let us now turn our attention to understand the importance of an individual, family, and of community from the family education point of view. Role of individual in family life education. Family life education focuses on how individual as constituent parts and fruits of family life may become physically healthy, emotionally mature, disciplined, responsible, and tolerant human beings. Its goal is to help individuals develop interpersonal skill and more enriching human relationship by learning how to relate effectively within their families. As a whole, it seeks to improve the quality of their life throughout the entire range of human developments. Human beings perform different roles, like that of husband, wife, parent, child, etc., and functions like childcare and development, family resource management, family planning. That is why the same individual is supposed to know about all these aspects, their prospects and consequences. All these needs can be categorized under different headings. An individual may have various types of needs. Some needs may be the felt needs of an individual in a concrete situation in life. For example, an individual may feel, I need to be more assertive in my life relationship. This is known as the felt need. The second type of need is developmental need, which is common to most of the individual as they grow and get matured. For example, dealing with one's changing sexuality at puberty, preparing for retirement as the age advances. These needs are generally identified through empirical studies and through collective wisdom and experience of mankind. In many cases, there is an overlap between these two kinds of needs. The educational needs of new parents, for example, may be both felt need expressed by the parents themselves and the developmental need emerging from their new roles and responsibilities. There is another category of needs that deserves special attention, which is called societal needs. These are needs which emerge from current and anticipated social, economic, and political conditions that impinge in important ways on the lives of all individuals. For example, the pace of social change in most society dictates a need to redefine the roles of adult family members, where traditions once established the norms for family behavior. Parents are now being challenged to examine their role and to accommodate the demands of changing family structures and functions. The state also has shown an increasing tendency to intervene in family life for reasons of economic and social necessity. National programs of planned parenthood, for example, have been established in a number of countries to curtail population growth and to promote improved standards of living. The belief that parenting skills, knowledge, and attitude can be learned through programs of education as opposed to learning from one generation to another has given rise to a host of such programs around the world. Role of family in family life education. Without the role of family, one cannot think of family life education. Individuals usually perform certain functions within the family which is not possible for them to perform outside the family. In other words, family promotes certain functions amongst individuals. These functions are now discussed in relation to their role in family life education. First one is biological functions. The husband and wife have the right to sexual expression as a way of sharing or showing their love for each other. This provides not only sexual gratification for their spouses but also strengthens their interpersonal relation, love, and unity as a result of the powerful and often binding emotions which accompany sexual activities between a husband and wife. The sexual functions also help to stabilize the society. The family provides opportunity in which sexual drives find both expression as well as control. Parenting also has long-term function as a child is extremely helpless and dependent on its parents for food and shelter for a number of years. And second one is cultural functions. Family helps the child to acquire values, beliefs, customs, and traditions of the society. It is in the family that the child's basic attitudes develop. If puja is performed in a family in the morning, then children also learn and acquire this value of prayer and religiosity. What a child considers right or wrong largely depend on what the family believes in and puts to practice. They may later on their lives question these values and family traditions. It is in the context of this questioning that a child develops its own value system for life. And third one is economic functions. There is a concept of optimum utilization of income and labor. Families pool their resources so that they can have maximum satisfaction by budgeting efficiently. This economic cooperation within the family not only goes a long way towards fulfilling the economic functions for society as a whole, but provides rewarding experiences for the spouses working together, which cement their union to work towards family goals such as providing good education, health, and comforts to their children. And fifth one is emotional and psychological functions. Human beings are emotionally and psychologically sensitive and need the family to recharge themselves for their struggle in the world. In times of crisis, particularly, the family works as a shock observer, provides stability, and anchors the members emotionally. The picture of a family is one of inclusion and of caring. One can quit his or her job, drop out of school, and move to another city or village, but the family is always at the back to provide support. Adolescents, children, and unemployed youth are supported by the family so that they do not lose heart and go astray. The family acts as an compensatory agency which offers comfort and esteem to the worker who returns from the factory or office tired, dissatisfied, and without being able to exercise any control. With the changing family values, norms, members sometimes do not find the required support from it. Those who consider their own family as a problem family should learn to understand the root cause of the problems in the family and try to work on them to resolve them through shared feelings. And fifth one is educational functions. Beginning with toilet training, language skills, or socially acceptable behavior, a family performs the important functions of education of children and their socialization. Vocational skills of varying nature are also learnt at times within the family. Basic education is given by the family. This training makes a child quick to learn in school and enables him or her to cope with the demands of schooling along with his or her classmates. Within the family, the child learns to conform and to submit to authority. It also learns to negotiate with authority. And sixth one is cosmic functions. Man feels adrift in the large impersonal universe. He becomes largely alienated in the industrialized and urban society. Living in a family helps to give him or her a place in the cosmos that makes him feel connected to others and rooted to earth. Now, we are discussing about roles of community in family life education. Now, role of community in family life education. According to McIver defines community as an area of social living marked by some degree of social coherence. We know that a person rarely exists alone. He or she is linked in many ways to his fellow human beings who form a group. He or she can establish relations only with the people who reside near him or her in a definite part of the territory. It is a fact that people who reside in a particular locality over a length of time develop social likeness, have common social ideas, common tradition, and a sense of belonging. These social interactions in a common specific area gives birth to community. These above mentioned aspects of community help in providing and preserving family life education. Let us now examine the three specific roles performed by community which are very important from the family life education point of view. First one is community act as preserver of values related to family life. Each older generation passes on values related to family life acquired from their previous generation to each successive younger generation. That becomes a set pattern or traditions in the communities. This way, age-old traditions and values still prevail in communities and societies. Sometimes we find that these values are little bit modified according to the changes taking place in societies. It may be either in the form of parents or grandparents, vice versa, their respective children or grandchildren, or in the form of sermons by religious or community leaders. And second one is community act as a resistance. Not only does community preserve values related to family life, but it also resists when there is any violation of the norms or values. It imposes certain restrictions or takes actions against the individuals who violates the norms and values. Other than this, a community may take strict measures like non-cooperation and boycotting the individual and groups who tend to violate their values and norms. Community provides moral policing. Another significant point is that a community always tries to provide guidelines to the members regarding what to do, what not to do. It keeps an eye on each member's actions in the community or outside the community. In this way, it keeps checks and balance in the community. As far as a community is concerned, there are three major settings currently which offer family life education for adults: religious, social and professional organizations, mass media, and schools and universities. Role of religious, social, and professional organizations. The most comprehensive programs in educating for education, family life education in educating for family living have been developed and implemented by religious and secular organizations. Hundreds of diverse organizations and agencies are involved in offering a wide array of courses, workshops, and service covering areas such as parent education, marriage preparation, marriage investment, and child development. Traditionally invested with a belief in marriage and the family, the church is one institution in Western society which encompasses all families and whose clientele spans the entire life cycle from birth to death. Many religious groups are involved in matters relevant to the well being of families. Besides religious denominations, there are community organizations such as the Young Men's Christians Associations and Young Women Christians Associations and Service Association of America, as well as voluntary organizations that include a focus on family life education in the form of courses and workshops offers to adults on issues related to marriage and family. Most countries have developed organizations to deal with their particular concerns in family life education. These often grow out of professional associations having a special interest in the family or government agencies giving leadership to educational, social, and health concerns of the family. Some examples include the International Union of Family Organization, the National Council on Family Relations, the Study Commission on Family, and the Vanier Institute of the Family. Apart from these organizations, many international agencies also sponsor this type of work. These organizations are UNESCO, International Red Cross Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, and Cooperative for American Relief everywhere. And second one is role of mass media in promoting community attitude. There continues to be a great public influence exerted by television, radio, newspaper, and magazines on molding the values, ideas, attitudes, and beliefs about marital and family living. While the quality of input may be at times questioned, they nonetheless offer alternative structures, role models, and information and advice on a wide range of family related issues. And third one is role of schools and universities in providing family life education as a part of community education. Schools have for some time been introducing more and more learning opportunities for students on marriage and family issues. Many universities and colleges offer credit and non-credit continuing education programs on marriage and family for adults. There is a need for an integrated effort or coherence between family and community. If there is a difference between what is observed in the family and what is practiced in the community, then there will be crisis in individuals' mental level or way of life. To avoid such situations, there is need for orientation of community leaders. These leaders may be political leaders from panchayat level up to the national level, religious leaders of all religions and social leaders. These are the persons who plan and execute all the decisions which are relevant from the viewpoint of family life education. Now, thus we can conclude the importance of family. The family is often considered the foundational unit of the society, serving as the primary context for personal growth, emotional support, and social development. Its importance can be viewed from multiple dimensions, including emotional, economic, educational, and societal. Here is an overview of the crucial roles and significance of the family. First one is emotional support and security. Can be divided into two categories: nurturing environment and support system. Nurturing environment. Families provide a supportive and nurturing environment that is crucial for the emotional and psychological well being of its members. The bonds formed within a family offer a sense of belonging and security essential for healthy emotional development. And support systems, that is, family members often serve as the primary support systems during times of crisis or stress, offering emotional, financial, and practical assistance. This support is fundamental in coping with life's challenges and overcome personal obstacles. And second one is socialization and cultural transmissions. It can be divided into two categories. First, social unit, and second one is cultural heritage. First, social unit, that is, the family is the first social unit where the individuals learn about social norms, values, and behaviors. The early socialization shapes one's personalities, ethics, and attitudes, playing a critical role in how individuals interact with the wider community. And second one is cultural heritage. That is, families are key in transmitting cultural heritage across the generations. Through family traditions, stories, language, and rituals, individuals learn about their cultural identity and heritage, fostering a sense of continuity and belonging. And third one is educational and personal development can be divided into two categories: foundational learning and role models. Foundational learning, that is, education, often starts within the family with parents teaching basic skills and knowledge, such as language, manners, and initial moral concepts. This foundational learning is crucial for later educational success. And role models, that is, family members serve as a role models, influencing attitude towards education, work, relationship, and aspirations. The behaviors and The achievements of the parents and siblings can significantly motivate and inspire individuals to pursue their goals. And fourth one is economic stability and support. Can be divided into two categories: economic unit and resource allocation. Economic unit families functions as economic units that provide for financial needs of their members, from pooling resources to ensure better living conditions to supporting one another in times of financial distress. The family acts as a fundamental economic safety net. And resource allocation means in many societies, families are responsible for the allocation of resources such as property, money, and knowledge. This distribution can significantly impact the economic future and security of individual family members. And fifth one is health and well-being can be divided into two categories. First one is caregiving and second one is promoting healthy lifestyles. Caregiving means families plays a critical role in healthcare, providing physical care for young children, elderly relatives, and family members who are ill. This caregiving is crucial for the mental and physical health of the entire family unit. And second one is promoting healthy lifestyle means families influence dietary habits, physical activity, and health behaviors. Healthy or unhealthy patterns developed within the family can impact long-term health outcomes for all members. And sixth one is moral and ethical development can be divided into two categories: moral foundations and ethical behavior. Family moral foundation that means families instill moral values and ethical principles in children, influencing their ability to distinguish right from wrong. These values guide behavior throughout life and play a significant role in character development. And second one is ethical behavior means by setting examples through their own actions, family members help instill practices of fairness, justice, and respect in younger generation, shaping how they will interact with the broader society. And seventh one is protection and safety. Can be divided into two categories: safe haven, and second one is advocacy and rights. Safe haven, that means families provide a safe haven where members can find protection from external adversities. This protection extends beyond physical safety, encompassing emotional and psychological security. Advocacy and rights. That means family members often advocate for one another's rights and welfare, standing up for each other in educational, medical, or legal context. Thus, we can conclude that the importance of the family cannot be overstated. It plays a pivotal role in shaping individual and by the extensions society, strengthening family bonds and ensuring that families functions effectively can contribute significantly to social stability and the development of thriving communities. Thank you, students.